Okie doke. So with a wrap up of the last thing we're going to talk about, I nearly said James Cameron then, but not James Cameron. John Carpenter, brain fart there. John Carpenter has said that there may be a sequel to The Thing somewhere.
If they could do his original concept, it would work, because I've read quite a bit about it and I've watched him talk about his original concept for a sequel, and I think it's possible it could have worked, but since he would not be the one writing and directing it, and who knows, like, he lost it, right? Like, all these guys lose whatever they have. Like Ridley Scott, for instance, is a perfect example of that. Matt might disagree, but so there's a point where they kind of lose whatever that was. There's only a finite amount of it, and I doubt he could pull it off now, and certainly some new director isn't going to be capable of doing it. But the original concept he had, and it even explains the difference in their age, as like severe frostbite and stuff, and I think they could have pulled it off, but that's not what's going to happen. And Childs, by the way, is fucking infected with the Thing at the end of the movie. Yeah.
Quite clearly. It's just, again, it's one of those films that even if it's like they tried to do it was a prequel, the one in 2013, it was supposed to be a prequel, wasn't it? 2011, sorry.
Yeah,
but I didn't mind that.
But again, the problem with it is I don't know, it kind of dumped all of the original. And again, I've said this so many times before, but the more you add to something, the less special it becomes. Yeah. And The Thing is it's that perfect movie. It's a perfect sci-fi horror movie.
It is a perfect movie. Yeah, it is a perfect movie.
And just adding to it, it's going to take away of how precious it actually is.
Yeah. So are they actually doing this? Or was he just talking about how
it's all talk at the moment. I don't think anything's set in gold with it. Yeah. It's just, as Carpenter's been talking about it.
As we say in the gun industry, at this point it's vaporware. But I mean, Blumhouse is attached to it, so it's possible. I mean, it's more than possible, I guess, at this point, but still vaporware at this point.
Right.
I hope they don't. I mean, it's so.
Yeah, leave it alone.
Man. Not everything has to have a fucking sequel.
No, yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's what's literally so frustrating about Hollywood. Yeah, is he's kind of like, that made money, so we need to make another one. But surely it's better on its own. No, need to make another one. And it's just, why can't you just leave these things alone? Indiana Jones is a perfect trilogy. A perfect trilogy.
Yeah.
The Crystal Skull was utter crap. It was awful. And like I say, a friend of mine contacted me the other day who's a big indie fan. And he said, are you up for seeing indie, together? And I was really sort of, I don't want to, because I know I'm going to see it. I can't help it. I know I'm going to see it, but I don't want to see it because I just fear the worst for it.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
Here's the problem with the Indy 5 is that as bad as Crystal Skull is, it wasn't woke. Indy 5 is going to be fucking drowning in woke shit. That's like you could justify going to Crystal Skull and be like, oh, that was a shit movie, but I don't feel like I was insulted. And you know what I mean? Like, they are going to rub your nose in dog shit in Indy 5.
It's funny. I mean, people did feel real insulted. Do you remember South Park did the thing where, like, they said, we watched Indy get raped, and they were like, that was the whole gag, as they were showing Lucas and Spielberg raping Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Well, yes,
people were pissed. And I'm like, this is worse than that? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but what I'm saying is, like, they weren't. You might have been offended by how shit the movie was, but they weren't personally attacking you from the story like they will be in Indy 5.
I'm just kind of marveling. It's like it's gotten so bad with everything over the past 15 years that we're looking back on Crystal Skull like, well, at least, like, we're making excuses for it. It wasn't that bad. I mean, it was bad, but at least it wasn't trying to piss us off. It was like, wow, have our standards just dropped through the fucking floor, haven't they?
That's the reality of the situation nowadays.
It is. I don't disagree.
I mean, the best you can hope for is when you pay down your $12 or whatever, is that the movie does not actively try to insult and degrade you.
The best thing I can hope for is that one of the cinema attendants doesn't come around and bash me in the head with a bat.
Well, no, the equivalent would be as you walk out, they go, somebody sitting there going like, "Did you enjoy your movie, you oppressive white man?" You know.
we a collection bucket for reparations.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys talked about it, but I mean, I'm really shocked. I guess they had the screening of the Dial of Destiny, and even the woke critics are crapping on it. And it's not getting good. I'm really kind of mixed on this. It's like, well, if the critics don't like it, maybe it ain't that bad.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You got to point it.
It's like the whole Rotten Tomatoes thing that the critics sort of rate it 13%. You're thinking, right, no, they've only rated it that low. Oh, it might be quite good then,
Yeah.
But maybe they really don't like it, or they're trying to save their. I mean, the Little Mermaid Rotten Tomatoes thing is just beyond bizarre. If you've looked at that mess.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says that the audience score rating was like 96%. And then you click the little button that they have now called from verified to all audience. And now you click on all audience, it goes down to like 50%.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so now they're picking and choosing audience ratings that will prop up a movie. It's like, I don't know. Who the hell do I trust anymore? I mean,
according to the movie ratings, all the viewers with blue hair absolutely loved it.
All of it. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's funny because I was talking to someone the other day about like with the reviews and stuff like that. There's just nothing I believe anymore. Whenever I look at stuff like that, my brain just immediately goes, "No, it's not true. Make your own mind up."
Well, it's all the old establishment corporations, media, movies. From Bud Light to Target to the movies to Rotten Tomatoes, all this stuff is like it is desperately trying to hold together something that is falling apart. And I don't know what's going to replace it, but I don't trust anything that Rotten Tomatoes does anymore. I don't trust anything the media tells me anymore. I don't trust anything corporations are selling me anymore. It's like if nobody's going to buy this stuff, and these companies are going to go under at some point.
Yeah. They have to. Yeah.
And I'm going, I don't know. I mean, hopefully something can come in to replace it, that we can go back to a truth-seeking society instead of a whatever this is, this weird religious cult society we got now. But it's just beyond me. The movies, they're holding on to all this old shit and just keep making new ones, and then trying to shove their politics or whatever message that they're trying to put in there. Nobody's buying it anymore. They're having to jigger all the audience rating reviews on Rotten Tomatoes to get people to believe that something that isn't true. I'm like, this can't continue, can it? It's got to. I feel like we're on the edge of the cliff. Yeah, the edge of the cliff, about ready to fall.
I don't know. I hope so. I just every year I'm just like less and less excited about movies, and that makes me angry because movies are a passion to me equal to my love of guns, and that's, I don't know, man. I know you guys.
No. You hit the nail on the head. Oh, sorry, go on, Matt, go on.
No, I was going to say, there's literally two films that I'm excited to see this year, and that's Dune 2 and Oppenheimer. There's two films
and Barbie. Don't give us that rubbish. You're going to go and see it.
Only if Margot Robbie gets her snatch out. Other than that, I'm not interested.
They say there's 45
films.
There is 45 minutes of Margot Robbie's feet, though. So
yeah, apparently I read that the other day. Rocal Thought has just said Hollywood's like a restaurant. As long as it's infested with roaches, I won't eat there. And the problem is like I say, I'm the same. Funny enough, when I go through movies, I've got a certain piece of software on my Fire Stick, which I won't mention, but it has a list of all the new movies that come out, and I sit there scanning through them and just think, no. It's just there's nothing new that I want to watch. And so I end up going back to I've got a list of cult 80s movies, and I end up going through there and finding something there to watch, and just new movies. And like you say, now and then something comes up. I say June 2 I'm looking forward to.
What's
but
that
apart
about?
From that,
what is that? I haven't. What's that one?
June 2.
What is that? What's that about?
It's about sandcastles. It's a sandcastle competition.
And worms.
Yeah. Worms. That just sounds like Timothy Chalamet walking around for an hour scratching his ass.
No, that would be Ezra Miller.
Allegedly.
I'll tell you what I did watch the other week. My wife went out and I was meant to go out and I just couldn't be bothered. And I ended up watching all 3 Back to the Futures back to back.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh man, it's the best movie night I've had in a long time.
Yeah.
Again,
Well, you know-
just
Angie, I wanted to mention that I went and I rewatched season 3 of Picard, and now that I got kind of away from it a little bit, I wanted to see if it. And I've watched a few episodes of the original Next Generation, and it's just like I like season 3. It's a very good movie, but it still is not nearly as smart or has the things that they did in that original series. It's a fun action flick that appeals to the emotions very nicely. And I don't want to crap on it, but so much of the stuff back then it just was so much smarter. And I'm using Star Trek, but I mean so much stuff was so much smarter and better back then. I'll give you this. The To Live and Die in LA is far more engaging and a lot more interesting things going on in it than anything today. My nitpicks are, stylistic, not how good the movie is, if that makes any sense.
It is crazy. It's like I say, being like as Sean just said, being a movie fan and just seeing the garbage that's churned out these days. It's hard work. Yeah. It really is. It's kind of heartbreaking as well, really, because like I say, because there was a time I was excited to go to the cinema, and nowadays I can't be bothered. Like I say, things like The Flash and all that lot.
In the last 2 years, like the things that I recall that still stick in my head, and the things that we talked about and still bring up are movies like The Kid Detective, Dinner in America, Licorice. Those 2 we didn't even get a release in theaters, really. The Northman, Licorice Pizza, like those, like that's the stuff that I remember. Like I don't give a shit about Marvel or Star Wars and the garbage that they've shit out, but like those are the ones I think about. John Wick 4, even as entertaining as that was, like I've already forgot it. I forgot that even came out this year. That really was like.
I watched all 3 recently to get prepared for John Wick 4, then I didn't end up going to watch it. And then when I finally got the digital copy, watched it, I was like, what? Okay. And I went and found one of those recaps in 10 minutes, recap the entire thing so I can remember where we were at.
In the previous
They just
John
don't make
Wick.
any impression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a massive Superman fan. You all know that. I couldn't even give a fuck about this new Superman film coming out by James Gunn, Superman Legacy. Things are that bad.
Yeah.
Things are that bad that I can't even get excited about a new Superman movie.
It's horrible, isn't it?
This sounds like right now. It sounds like we're doing the last episode ever of this, and we're closing up shop, boys. This is to quote.
What are you looking forward to? What are you looking forward to?
To quote Ronnie McNutt, well, I guess this is it.
The last movie Outpost. What am I looking forward to? Just June and Oppenheimer. I couldn't care about anything else. It's nothing.
Oppenheimer.
I'm excited. I'm looking forward to Extraction 2, to be honest, and the Barbie movie, of course. I'm
with you in that Barbie movie.
I'm in it. I'm literally Ryan Gosling. Didn't you know that?
No.
Well, he's literally me.
I'm going to put you closer to Margot Robbie's feet. Again, I'm just looking up stuff that is coming out, and again, it's kind of where are we? Let's say this. Even right, an Indiana Jones movie is coming out, and I am not bothered.
Yeah, that's a good point. We just talked about what all these movies, and Indy 5 didn't even come up.
Indiana Jones.
I know it. When we were kids, an Indiana Jones movie. When we were kids in the 80s, that would have been like landing on the moon or something. If that was a real thing. And
I'll tell you what. Actually, sorry, just to interrupt. I will say, actually, saying that Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning. I'm looking forward to seeing.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you, I'll give you that as well.
You know, I've only ever seen the first one of those and have not seen any of the sequels.
I think they're all good.
They have been
two.
a consistent. Yeah, two was a bit of a letdown, but the rest of them have been consistently a decent set of movies. I think it is because they are based so much in the practical effects. You know that
two was the one directed by John
Woo.
That's so Ang Lee. No, it was
John Woo.
No, Ang Lee would have been a very different. Mission Impossible would have been a very different movie.
Racist.
Mission Impossible 2 was shit. Awful.
That's surprising because John Woo, you know, man, his Hong Kong
problem
movie.
Don't get me wrong, Doug, I love John Woo and his early stuff, but I just found that Mission Impossible 2 was too much style over substance. And
it's awful.
Well, I just feel that there was something that Woo and the studios were. I wanted to say that they were clashing over something, and it didn't work.
They brought him over, and he wanted to do it like his way, and they were like, "But this is Hollywood," and you know, and he was like, "Well," and he was probably like, "Why the fuck did you ask me to come do this if you're not going to let me do it?"
I would say Mission Impossible 3 might be J.J. Abrams' best movie.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what is coming out at the end.
I can't.
In the end of the year, one thing that we can all look forward to is The Color Purple, the musical about slave abuse.
I can't wait for my yearly state mandated movie about slavery. Yeah, I'm almost as excited about my yearly state mandated movie about slavery as I am my yearly state mandated movie about the Holocaust.
There's a great thing with what's her name, Kate Winslet, and she's on this program and she's going, if you want to win an Oscar, you play a retard or do the Holocaust. That's it. That's all you got to do to get an Oscar. It's really easy.
Well, that's all they know about history: slavery and the Holocaust.
It is. Yeah. No, it is.
Nothing else happened ever.
That's. You're not like. I know that you're being a little facetious, but not really.
I'm not.
No. Well.
Thank you for watching this excerpt from Outpost Frequencies. Tune in live every Sunday at noon Central Time or 6 o'clock UK time. And also, remember to come to lastmovieoutpost.com for all your latest in movie news, streaming news, and everything cool about film. We are the cool news now. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next stream.